and the entire committee of those who made this day possible, as well as our own dedicated leader who volunteers his time here in this school district, throughout the educational system, our own Dr. Charles Wachewski, Superintendent of the Uniontown Area District. Dr. Wachewski has been one of my supporters, even as a retired teacher, on more than one occasion. And I'm so honored to be entering the Hall of Fame today along with him and share the stage with two outstanding medical doctors, Dr. Trudy Bush, Dr. Joseph John, also Robert Senker, the astronaut, Ron Kilgore, an engineer. Last but certainly not least among us are the athletes, Ben Gregory, Gene Huey, Tom Fee, plus the Uniontown legend, Dicey Simon. It's very humbling to be in the company of such fantastic Uniontown graduates, and I want to thank you for this honor. The first one that I want to mention, as I am going to be mentioning 4 of my former students, is a member of the committee. His name is David Herring. David is a member of the Hall of Fame committee. He made his speaking debut when he introduced Jerry Kaplan, chairman of the art department at Chatham College, when Professor Kaplan came here to Uniontown to speak as a part of the Frick Foundation Humanities Lecture Series. The top 35 students participated in the 4 lectures that year, and I was a sponsor of the program. I remember selecting David Herring to give the introduction some years ago. We go back a long way, David. Thank you. And the Tanner family. Chris was one of my students, and as he said, he was on the stage crew. He ran lights for the Diary of Anne Frank in the 80s. And while he didn't play in the pit band, his brother George did. He played bass for Godspell and percussion for Kiss Me Kate. And mentioning Kiss Me Kate, I want you to know their mother, Ginny, longtime friend, who ran a dance studio here in town, choreographed that production and several other shows that we did here on this very stage. Thank you, Ginny. You all met Mia Price. Who could miss meeting Mia? My husband and I used to run this small summer theater for California University out at Linden Hall. And we were doing a production of The Sunshine Boys. And it has 5 men in it, older men, and 1 woman who is described in the text as tall, beautiful, voluptuous, and blonde. And I remember asking my former student, Mia Price, if she would be interested in being that one lone woman wearing a tight dress. Luckily, she said yes, and we and the show were all the better for it. Thank you, Mia. When Les Jones was a sophomore here, he applied for and was selected to be one of 10 students from Western Pennsylvania, invited, as you already heard, to spend a summer at Bucknell University. And there he learned to appreciate a wider variety of the arts at the Governor's School. And luckily, he was also exposed to some of the performing arts. And so, when he came back During his senior year, as it has been said twice already, Les played in Edward Albee's famous one-act The Zoo Story on this very stage. And the rest, as they say, is history. And I am here with Les today and honored to be sharing the stage with you, Les. Now there's Tommy George, who presented the awards to some of the people in the arts. And Tommy, who's on the Hall of Fame committee, is out there somewhere with his group taking pictures of all of this. But back when we were colleagues here at Uniontown Area High School, he was part of a trio that we called the Lunch Bunch, that included Tommy George and me and the incomparable Lash Nesser. Many a night, Lash and I closed down this building. We were frequently the last two to leave. The custodians for the night shift were just coming on, Fudge DiCarlo and Dutch Sloan. He reigned in the gym where he kept them busy, and I held court here on the stage in the auditorium. Lash made that gymnasium a very busy place, coaching his basketball teams and mentoring so many young men. I'm happy to see his family here today to honor him. And I think if we can be quiet for just a minute, oh yes, I can hear the voice of Lash Nesser booming down the halls. I found great joy in my work here at Uniontown, and I was fortunate to work alongside some truly great people. And there are so many of them, and many of them here today. There are too many to mention individually in the 5 minutes that I've been allotted, but those of you who follow me on Facebook, I'll post a remembrance of them later this weekend or the first of next week. The only reason I was able to get out of bed 180 days a year and drive from California, PA before the highway to Uniontown for more than 30 years was the students. Not just the students who were in the musicals and shows, or those that went to nationals and the governor's school, but the everyday classroom students. The students who were so afraid to get up in front of their classmates in 9th grade speech class, and who eventually moved past their fear to stand up and communicate with their peers. Or those students who wrote essays and short stories and practiced their word wealth, who we all watched grow and change daily. It was those moments, those students, some of whom are with us physically today, and some who will live in the fabric of Uniontown Area High School forever. They made me happy every single day. And I want to thank them and my family and you for coming here today to help me celebrate. I'm grateful to you all. Thank you.